So take your hands and flip them palms facing up. So we're going to start in seated, where your ankles aren't bothering you. So if you're crossing them in a way that bothers your ankles, uncross them and stagger them in front of the other, or maybe, change up the cross if you need to. And you're going to open your palms, like really stretch out your fingers. Then I want you to roll your shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. On the exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Some verbal breaths. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. We'll do 2 more rounds of that. Inhale, shoulders up. We're still using 3 count breath. Final round. You keep your eyes closed. Exhale. And then feel the release of the shoulders now. And then lift the top of your head so that it pulls your spine upright. And lifting the side ribs up away from the hips like you're growing out of them. And then relax your feet, your toes and ankles, knees resting towards the earth. So you're in your meditation pose and seated. Easy seated. And so you want to feel like it's easy. You're not putting a lot of effort, but still you feel tall. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose or mouth, your choice. Whichever feels better for you. So mindful breathing. I want you to start focusing into the lungs in this meditation. You want to envision your lungs getting fuller as if they were balloons, and those little sacs in your lungs are getting filled up with fresh air and energy. Healing your body. Exhale, detox, releasing any negativity or anything that's causing resistance. And inhale, let the air flow inward. Exhale, slow it down. So no matter what we're doing in our practice, we're keeping this flow. We're going to set an intention, reaching arms up, palms stay together, and bring the thumbs to your third eye. That's where you're focusing, right behind the forehead. Visualize your intention. So if your world was a movie right now, what would it look like? Who would you cast? What the soundtrack would sound like? Would it be people laughing? What would it feel like to be in this perfect world that you envision? I want you to just kind of encompass all of that in this vision behind your forehead, where your intuition center is. Your thoughts become your reality and come together, and all of us visualize this beautiful world as it could be. And we're all creating this space together. Again, just visualize, feel. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, smiling with the corners of your mouth, bring your hands to heart. Truly believing and trusting that one day, in your future, this world will be the one you live in. And then reach your arms up again. Clasp your fingers this time, flip your palms up and gently press your hands to ceiling. Feel the arms stretching, getting straighter. And as they straighten and pull upwards, can your spine get a little taller? Your breath stays long. Root into the sit bones. Inhale, reach up, and then start to pull your hands to the right side of the room. And the side stretch. inhale up and just gently go over to the other side. Keeping the breath in and same fluid flow. Guide yourself back up. Round your back, arch your upper back, tuck your chin. Create space between each vertebrae as you breathe. Exhale, side. Hands back up. Unclasp your hands, left hand outside your right knee, right hand behind your back. Lengthen on the inhale, twist on the exhale. Inhale, get taller. Relax both shoulders down. Exhale, twist, look over the right shoulder. Notice how the breath is still long, filling up the lungs. Detox on the exhale. We'll do that one more round. Look over your left shoulder. Nice neck stretch here. And release. Walk both hands to the left side of your mat. So where your gaze is. Keep looking back and then start walking your hands out to the left side of your mat. And maybe folding your body over your left thigh. Maybe releasing your belly, chest, and forehead. And back to the 3-count breath. And walk your hands forward to the front of your mat. Nice extended spine. Crawl your fingers away from you. Lengthen on the inhale. Sigh out. Relax everything. Walk your hands in towards the body. Sweep your arms up to the sky on the inhale. Exhale. Twist to the left. Right hand outside the left knee. So we're going to the second side. 5 breaths here. Each breath goes deeper into the pose. Maybe a little, again, incremental movement. Look back. Try to keep your spine upright. So try not to lean back. Instead, you're revolving your body around your spine. Deepen the breath. Go ahead and gaze over your right shoulder. Again, just a neck stretch. Feel along the left side of your neck. Keep the gaze here on the right side of your mat. Just extend your arms and sweep them to the right side. Walk your hands away from the body, along, and rest your belly up over your thigh. So there's a little bit of a release. Feel your left sit bone rooting. Can you relax your neck and shoulders? Maybe crawl your hands just a little farther away from you, deepening the stretch. Go ahead and walk your hands to the front of your mat, and then crawl forward to your hands and knees. In your tabletop pose, I want you to bring the top of your right hand onto the floor, so it's a gentle wrist stretch on the right. So it's just the right side. If you need to modify, put a little, just adjust the weight, and maybe a soft bend in the right elbow. Keep the palms open. So I'm going to just get blood flowing all through all the fingers. Maybe a little rock side to side over the right wrist. Go ahead and come back to center. Peel your hand up off the floor and just going to give it a little wrist circle. And then bring your right palm back onto the floor. Flip your left hand down, so we'll do the same for the left side. Stretch out your hand. So the fingers are opening apart like rays of sunshine. You can massage your hands side to side. You can distribute the weight more or less as needed. So you can be as gentle or as deep as you want to go. Always listen to the body. Check in with the breath flowing. Okay, and then come back, center, heel your hand off the floor, little wrist circles. Just gonna shake out so that energy and blood flowing through. Good. And then from here, you're gonna curl your toes, lift your knees, push the floor away, turbo dog. So you're distributing the weight actually away from the wrist and more plugging your shoulders into the sockets. So it's getting some shoulder strength. Lean your chest to your thighs. Tilt your tail, pointing it back. Keep your heels lifted. Again, if you're lifting the heels too high, you can always lower them a bit and keep your palms actively pushing away. Deepen the breath. So you really feel the shoulders kind of hug into the socket. And slowly straighten the legs, one at a time. Good walking your dog. Push the floor away. Then walk your feet to the front of your mat, little baby steps. And come to the fingertips, feet hip width apart, elongate the spine, chin forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Let your arms just hang heavy. Maybe the tops of your hands hang over the mat or onto the mat. Try to give a little bit of shift, lifting the inside arches about half inch or a full inch away from the floor. So you're slightly more active into the outer edges of your feet. So you're just you're kind of giving your ankles a little lift. So we're not collapsing inward. That'll give your calves more activity. Deepen the breath in. Exhale, soften everything, including all the corners of your mouth, your jaw, your neck, and your head. There's certain thoughts that have been circulating, something you've been concerned with, something you've been worried about. Maybe a feeling of uncertainty that's kind of lingering in the air. Whatever it may be that's creating uneasiness for you or dis-ease. Yeah, let that go. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out. We're going to ragdoll up gently. Roll the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Good. Stay right here, palms open. I want you to work on that little bit of lift inside arch of your feet. It's a small adjustment. Good. And lift your toes. That way you kind of have to feel, when you lift your toes, you kind of feel the muscles that are in your feet that are responsible for lifting that inner arches of your feet. So you want to feel that. And then let your toes rest back onto the floor and keep that engagement of your feet. Inhale, arms reach up. Gently take a back bend, lean the hips forward, arch your chest up. Good. And inhale, come back up. Stand tall. We're going to go a little deeper. Sweep your arms back, lean your hips forward, arch your chest up. Relax your face and neck. Inhale, come back up. Last round. Inhale, reach your fingers up and back, hips forward, widen the heart. Okay, clasp your fingers, bring your hands behind your head. Keep this movement, keep the energetic movement of your chest moving upwards. Open the elbows out. And lean your head back into your hands. So this is working into your shoulders and chest. So sometimes we restrict the movement of flow or energy flow here, and then energy doesn't flow all the way through all the way down to the arms or your hands. So we're opening the shoulders to let the blood flow and pump out more. Elbows open. And then slow release. Come back to standing. Arms to sky. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, step your left foot back, find a low lunge. Left palm or fist onto the floor if it hurts your palm or hand. Right arm, right elbow, I'm going to pull the right elbow up. So notice the difference there, so that we're moving the right shoulder up. Then when you feel good here, drop your hips. Now sweep your right hand to the ceiling, so you know that the shoulders are aligned first. Deepen the breath. Maybe sweep your right arm over your right ear with the palm facing to the left. So you're reaching your fingertips forward. So you're going to feel the opening on that right side. And again, you're twisting the belly. And release. Right palm down. Lower your left knee. Hands on your right thigh. Prop up into the hip opening. Soften the hips here. Give yourself a moment. If you just relax your hips, can you go a little deeper into the hip opening? Nice, soft hips. Deepen the breath. Press your thigh away from you. Pull your rib cage in towards you. Reach your arms in cactus. Open your palms. Drop the shoulders. Peel the elbows backwards. Opening the circulation of the heart. Can you drop the hips a little bit more? Round into that right foot. See if you can lift the inner arch again. Let it engage your thighs. Then and release, arms up. Hands frame your right foot. Step back to plank. You can vinyasa. If this bothers you, you can always skip it and go right to downward dog. And that's kind of your choice, your call. Deepen your breath here in down dog. Inhale. Exhale, look forward. Step, walk, or hop to the top. Lengthen, fold. Right elbow up, arms to sky. Back bend. Inhale, rise. Swan dive. Halfway lift, inhale. Right foot back, exhale. Right hand or fist onto the floor. Bring your left elbow. Squeeze your in and upwards. And then open your left arm to ceiling. Gaze up to your left thumb. Move your left shoulder back away from your ear. Drop into the hips. Deepen the breath. We got two more. Lift the right knee and heel. And go a little deeper into the twist. Deepen the breath now. Put it all together. Left palm to your mat. Drop the right knee. Hands onto your left thigh. Prop up. Setting for the hip opening. Drop the hips nice and low. Elbows cactus. 3 deep breaths here. Hug your elbows to the back corners of your mat. Dropping your shoulders down into the hips. Lifting the heart to the sky. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Arms up. Bring your left foot. Step back plank. Vinyasa or downward dog. Deepen the breath. Stay in down dog, push your head away. Drop your head, shake your head yes or no. So you can plug the shoulders into the sockets. So you can widen your shoulders a little bit apart. Bring the chest back a little further. Engage your feet. Lift your right leg. Bend your right knee. Flex your right heel. 3 big circles at your right hip. Again, pushing the mat away is going to alleviate the pressure being dumped into the wrist. Reverse the circle of your knee. Keep the inside of your left arch lifted, left foot arch. Step your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Drop your left heel, arm sweep up. Breathe and bend into the front knee. Hook your thumbs and try to pull your thumbs apart energetically. So they're not actually going to pull apart, but you're kind of like pretending you are. That makes any sense. So you're going to feel this along the shoulders. Keep the arms straight. Deepen the breath. And you drop it a little lower and lift the inside arch of your back foot. So that dictates the calf muscle to fire up. And release the hands. Drop and frame your right foot. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back, fold. Feet together, chair pose. Get nice and warm, sit a little lower. Maybe a little lower, just as low as you can. Your knees can squeeze inward for 3, 2, 1. Fold forward. Shake out your head and back. Halfway lift. Step your right foot back. Left leg sweeps up, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee. Open the hip, knee to ceiling. 3 big circles here. Nice soft opening through the hips. And then reverse the circle. Good. Flex and step your left foot through. Warrior 1. Drop into the hips. You want to clasp your thumbs again, energetically pull them apart, but you're not actually going to slip the thumbs. Drop into the hips. Lift the inside arch of your right foot. So you can feel the inner side of your right thigh lift up. Right hip leans forward. Even the breath. Try to unhook the thumbs again. Nice, last round. Soften the hips. Hands down. Step your right foot forward. Halfway lift. Lengthen. Fold. Feet together. Hands in prayer. Sit in the chair. Left elbow, right knee. Chair twist. 5, 4. Sit a little lower. Put the weight back into the heels. 2, 1. Fold. Let it go. Chair, hands to heart. Second side, right elbow, left knee. Twist. Left heart up to meet the thumbs. Elbow into the knee. 4. Sit a little lower. 3, 2, 1. Fold. Halfway lift. Left foot back, left heel flat, 45, warrior 2. With middle left arm back, right arm forward. You're nice and deep. Maybe create a 90-degree bend in that right knee. Square off the hips. Flip your right palm. Reverse your warrior. Right arm back. Lift the inside arch of your back foot. That's going to help you not put pressure onto the knee. And then go deeper into the bend in the front knee. Stretch out the right hip. You can bind left hand behind you or just slide it down your leg. Windmill up on the inhale. Right elbow to thigh, extend the side ankle. Sweep your left hand either if you go forward, in front of you, to the left, and then over your left ear. Sometimes this action of lifting up really bothers the top of the shoulder. So what you do is go from the side and then up. That can really help you get deeper. Bend into the front knee. Lift the inside arch of your back foot. Keep your palms open, both hands. Let energy flow through the fingers. Can you drop your hips a little lower? Deepen the breath. Windmill up on the inhale. Warrior 2. Arms straight, straighten the right leg. Pumping warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. We're going to go through 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Can you go a little lower? Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2 more. With ease and the flow of the breath dictates how you move. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Extend your right arm forward, left hip back, triangle pose, right hand onto foot, shin, or floor, or a block. left hip back. Woo. You can also use a block under your hand if you have a tendency to put too much pressure on your leg. So it's a nice modifier. Good. And release. Windmill up. Oh, I'm losing that today. Go ahead and walk your feet in a little bit. So the stance is a little smaller. One leg width apart or length apart. Hands on your hips. Elbows pull back with the chest. Draw the lower belly in to lift the chest. So it supports your middle back. Good. And then hip hinge forward. Folding. Hands drop onto the floor between your feet or walk it back as far as you want. You can either, if your palms are down, you can walk your fingertips back to the right edge of your mat. That can help you release any tension in the shoulders, head and neck. Deepen the breath in and sigh out. The breath is the gateway to relaxing. So when you relax in these poses, we're letting all the energy flow, all the chi moving down into your face. Bring your circulation into the brain. Walk your hands under the shoulders. Sit into your right heel, Skandasana. So here's where it gets tricky, where if you sit just a little too low, you might be lifting your right heel to do it. So I want you to avoid that and just keep your right heel down, lifting your left toes up. So it's a hip opening, almost like you're only squatting on the right side. And then press yourself up halfway. Walk your hands framing your right foot and point your right toes forward. Step your right foot back. Go right to down dog. Deepen the breath. Restore. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Step walk or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. This time I want you to slide your hands under your feet until your toes actually meet your wrist creases. If that means you have to bend the elbows in order for your toes to reach up that far, then bend the elbows. It has a lot of, it gives you a little more weight so that when you wiggle your toes, it actually massages your hands. So I want you to give yourself that little hand massage. It's like the perfect amount of pressure, if you can let it. You can pick up the heel of your feet one at a time. I suggest one at a time because if you do both, it's too much balancing. And it really gives you a nice palm massage. Try to breathe fully. And you can keep your elbows slightly bent. You have, again, bend your knee as much as you need to. So this is more about like a palm massage. And then if it happens to straighten your legs and that feels good, you stretch the back of your legs one at a time. And then coming out of this, slide your hands out from under your feet. Inhale, flat back. Reverse one thigh, rise. Stretch out your hands. And lean your hips forward gently. Sweep your hands back up. Swan dive forward, halfway lift. Right foot back, heel down 45, warrior 2. Windmill right arm back, left arm forward. Draw the belly in, get a little lower. Drop the hip. Flip your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Right hand slides down the leg. Keep the inner arch of your back foot lifted so you don't collapse into that right ankle. So you're actually strengthening the inner right thigh. And at the same time, soften the hips. Try to keep the right leg straight. Deepen the breath. Open up the left side. Feel the expansiveness from your left rib cage. Release, windmill back up. Extend the side angle. Keep the palms open. Left elbow to thigh. Again, when you move that right arm, try moving it, yes. Roll out to the side and then over the ear. It's so much easier on the shoulder. Deepen the breath. Stretch out the fingers. Breathe. Like you're holding really delicious pizza in your hand, you don't want to drop it. Deepen the hips, a little lower, and then push into your feet, windmill up. Keep the hips low. Warrior 2, pumping warrior, arms up, straighten your front leg. 5, 4, do it with the flow of your breath, though they sync up. 3, 2, 1. Triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Reach your left hand forward. Lower your left hand to the shin, block or floor, right arm up. Don't force anything. And maybe give yourself a little room. Walk your left hand up a little higher and tuck your left sit bone under. Beautiful. And then roll the right shoulder back so they stack. Look up at your right thumb. Deepen the breath. So expand through the arms so energy flows from one hand to the other. On the next inhale, windmill up. Pivot your left toes to the right. Good. And then walk both heels in for goddess pose. So actually the toes are ending up pointing out. The stance is just a little smaller. Sit a little lower, about as much as you can. Toe and pelvic bowl under. Strengthen the thighs. Cactus the arms again. The theme of the day. Widen the chest. So you strengthen the shoulder blades to squeeze back. That means those upper back and middle back muscles start to engage to give your chest an opening. Sit a little lower. You may stay here to balance, or if you feel comfortable, lift the heels. Press into the balls of your feet, sit a little lower. For 3, 2, keep your fingers open, palms wide, 1. Drop the heels, straighten the legs, toes point to the right edge of your mat. Hands on the hips again. Pull the shoulders back with the chest. Hip hinge forward. Hands right under your face. Right together, or left, they're really close. Then left elbow up, left hand to ceiling. Stretch out the arms, deepen the stretch, and twist from the belly. Round into the right hand, and then your left hand is pulling away to the sky. We're going to switch sides. Left palm replaces your right. Right elbow up. Try to stack the shoulders. Then sweep arm to ceiling. So you know you're aligned. Lean your left hip to the front of your mat. Breathe. Stretch the arms away from each other as well as the fingers. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Stretch. Arms open. Right palm down. Walk your hands, frame your left foot. Skandasana, sit towards your left heel, squatting onto the left side. Use your hands as props. Sit as slow as you can without lifting the heel. Maybe you want to press into a block for support. Flexion in your right heel, so your right toes are pointing up. So you should feel a really good right hip opening, or inner thigh too. Try to lift the inside arch of your left foot. Lower your hands and pivot your left toes forward. Step back, plank. You go right to downward dog. Lower the knees, dancing line. Keep your palms open. There's always energy opening in your hands, so you're receiving. Listen to your body. Let your breath flow. And then let your body flow with the breath. Last round. Inhale and sigh out. Then you're going to drop your hips forward, upward facing dog. Straight arms. And soften the elbows, start to lower your hips slowly. Belly, chest onto the ground. And keep your elbows close. Slide your hands back so their elbows are still really close to the body. Squeeze your hands, knuckles point back. Lift your hands off the floor as you straighten the arms. So this is the locust variation. So first working on the shoulders, lift your hands far up the body as you can. Then now lift your chin and chest. Your hands stay lifted off the body as high up as they can. And then add the thighs, pull them up. Lift off the floor. How high can you get the toes? And your hands towards the ceiling. Your hands are still together. Breathe. Last round. Lift everything up. And let go. Drop the arms by your side completely. Let your body just soften into the earth. Let's rock your hips side to side and then walk your hips back so you feel your spine lengthening. Lower your chin onto the mat. Open the arms out to the sides. Lift your chest. You can stay on your fingertips. Lift your chest. Breathe. I want you to target the muscles in your back here. We're still strengthening our core, but it's the center of our body, but towards the back side. Deepen the breath. Now lift your thighs. Yeah, lift your arms. So it's another variation without the shoulders. Lift everything up for 3. Higher. Feel your glutes here. 2. Lift a little bit higher through the thighs and toes. 1. Lower everything down. Rock your hips side to side. Really loosen up your back. Good. Walk your left hand under the shoulder. Bend your left knee. Roll over the right edge of your right side of your body. Rest your right temple down. Your left foot will be on the floor behind your right thigh. Shoulder stretch. I want you to keep your left hand on the floor. And as you lean your right shoulder, the inside of your right shoulder, where it meets your pecs, and massage that spot into the earth as you relax your right temple. If you push into that right hand, you really get deep in that right shoulder stretch. So just, you can rock side to side just a little bit. Not very big movements. You're super delicious here. You can stay just a little longer if you're enjoying the stretch. And keep your neck soft. We're also stretching the neck. So the energy of your heart opening here can flow up into the creativity center. That's your throat chakra. And when we come out of this, roll onto your belly, straighten your left arm straight to the second side, right hand under your shoulder, bend your right knee, roll over the left edge of your body, drop your left temple, right foot to the earth. Relax. Keep your right palm gently pressing into the ground, so you're adding the pressure and distributing it inside of your left shoulder. Relax your face and your jaw. If you need to, pick your head up and move it forward so your neck feels long. And we're creating space along your neck. Let the energy flow from your heart up through your throat chakra and working its way to the creativity or Anjana chakra, which is your third eye, your intuition. So when you combine all of them together, you start to get a really good synchronicity. The energy centers aligning. Check in with your flow, the breath flow. Maybe a little rock. And then come back onto your chest. Walk your palms under your shoulders. We're going to lift into Cobra. Elbows under your shoulders for Sphinx. Press into your elbows so they dig into the mat a little bit while you adjust the shoulders over them. And from there, draw your rib cage forward. Crown your head up high. So instead of just pulling your chin up, I want you to really kind of give your more awareness on the back of your neck so you're not making a big crease in your neck, which means you're kind of cutting off that space in the back of your neck. We want space on all sides of your neck. Shoulders down. Deepen the breath. Keep your fingers open. And you're soaking up all the Mother Earth's energy from the ground into the arms, through your chest, into the heart. So meditate here once again. Visualize your intention. Forearms meet the earth. Lift the elbows if you want to. Straighten the arms all the way. If it's too much for your back bend, then drop the elbows a little closer down to the floor. Modify. You can always walk your hands closer to the hips to really deepen that back bend. Or walk opposite to the front of your mat to go easy on the back bend. So that all depends on you, where you want to go with the pose. Just make sure the neck feels long by dropping the shoulders down. Again, we're trying to get that energy drawn from the belly through the chest up to the third eye. Close your eyes so you can feel the inner gaze right at your third eye. So you're focusing and visualizing and manifesting. Deep breath in. Sigh out. Keep your palms open. Slowly lower yourself back onto the earth. You can rest your forehead and just rock your hips. Rock them side to side. Relax. Good. Press yourself off the tabletop real easy. Dancing lion. Right knee to right wrist. Half pigeon. Walk the left knee back. And lengthen before you fold. If you want to go deeper, walk the right foot forward so the shin's parallel to the mat. You can fold in, or maybe you can stay onto your elbows if needed. Try not to do anything with your arms or upper half of the body. Letting everything restore. So you want to release. You can make a pillow with your hands or arms if you'd like for your head. You'll be here for another whole minute, so give yourself this time to let go. So whether intention, we want to create intention and then let it go. So we're not attached to the outcome. Also practice detachment. Take a moment to appreciate everything you already have. Gratitude, and stay in a moment of gratitude. Think of all the things you're thankful for right here and now. walk yourself up. Take your time. And give yourself a little rock side to side. You're gonna massage the right hamstring piriformis muscle. And then you're gonna bring your left foot forward, stacking your left ankle over your right. So you're in double pigeon, working your outer hips. So they may stack or stagger, or maybe cross at the shins if you need to modify. You can sit upright and just let the knees lean towards the ground. You can also fold forward if you want to take the stretch deeper. Drop your arms by your side or walking forward. Open palms. Side and walk yourself back up. Soles of your feet onto the edges of your mat, windshield wiper them, knees side to side. You can do this with your hands behind you or arms up off the floor. And we're swinging right into the second side. So set up your left knee to the edge of your mat and swing your right leg back so your knees pointing down. Square the hips, inhale to lengthen, half pigeon on the exhale. And same variations apply. Maybe and you use a block under your forehead as needed, or make a pillow with your arms. Depends on how you feel the shoulders. You can always make a pillow. Deepen the breath in and sigh out. Pulling the body down. Slowly prop yourself up. And swing your right leg forward, stacking the shins into your outer hip stretch. And this is too much for you, you can always proceed easy. You can always fold to go deeper. And at ease in the breath, it's flowing, fluid, creating this easy rhythm. After state of gratitude, rise up and sit tall, soles of your feet down, windshield wipe your knees, rock them out, and then roll on back onto your mat. And then slide your feet forward, setting up for Shavasana, palms face up to receive. So for the next few moments, you're just going to relax. Palms are open to receive all the good things that you've envisioned. It's being created. Relax your eyes, your jaw, your mouth, your neck. Come back to your natural breath. Feel good in your body. Let everything flow. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And everything is working out for your highest good. Let everything fall into place. And slowly wiggle your fingers and stretch your arms back. Give yourself a full body stretch. Awaken yourself to your highest self. Bend your knees to your chest, arms around your knees, and hugging your best self here, rock side to side. You can either rock up or roll up to seated, palms to heart. Namaste.